Hey guys, we are back in the camper doing some work. Things are progressing. Our hole has gotten larger in the floor, so I'm gonna show you guys that and talk a little bit about what's going on. So as you can see, our hole has gotten quite a bit larger since the last time. Tony, what are you working on?
Well, I'm going to trim this last bit of plywood up flush up to the joists, which are really not joists, they're 2x3s, because that's how RVs are made. But, so I'm going to trim that up so I can get this all cleaned out and then get some new 2x3s. And I'm going to do what's called sistering them, which is I'll lay them beside it and attach them to the old ones. So you can see where this is not rotted too bad. It got a little surface rot. This I'm going to have to dig out. But luckily, I did find a little more of the suspected biological growth back in the corner there, but it's not any, I think it's just where the water kind of rolled back. Maybe when the trailer wasn't level.
By suspected biological growth, he means a 4-letter word that starts with M that's every trailer owner's nightmare.
Yeah.
That and water damage. So we had really poor seals around this window, so we recocked. We have to recock a couple other places. We're glad we did this before the reno started, because now we have a huge hole. So we were just shooting the time lapse of him taking this out, and what did we just find? What did you just find?
Well, down on this underlayment, there's a puddle of water.
Oh, good. Let's see. Hold on. Can I get in there?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Super nice. That's awesome. There's so much water in our camper. So, are you just going to cut the, huh?
Yep.
What is that called again?
Darko, I think it's called, or Dacro.
It's this black stuff that we're talking about. So this is actually the only thing between the bottom of the trailer and, like, nature. Like, this and the ground. This is the only thing in between it, right?
That's right. Yeah,
So,
well, insulation.
Yeah, there's insulation that we've been pulling out, and then there's all this like layer of Darko, and then you're at the ground. Like, if you cut this, you can see to the ground, and actually you can see where we've cut it a couple other places where there was water pooling. So now we're going to cut it again, sounds like, and you can repair it. There's this tape that they sell. What's it called, Tony?
Scrim tape or something like that?
Scrim tape. So we'll have to repair that with the scrim tape. Ooh. Is there any more rot?
No. Luckily, it looks like it's all against, I think that's against the metal frame.
Like the exterior?
Well, like the main metal frame of the trailer.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's, I think that's just...
Oh, you can really see it. Oh my god, that's so much water. We're gonna end up taking this whole subfloor out. So we've gotten ourselves into a mess. I mean, do you think like, this is a serious question. Do you think we need to take up more of the subfloor and see if there's more leaks? Like more water pooling?
No, I'm just going to cut, kind of like I did under the slide, I'm going to cut underneath. Because I don't see it actually rotting. Like, the wood's good. Like the water, kind of like how it is under the slide. I mean, it was damp, but it's lower than the wood, so it didn't really seem to matter. So I just cut underneath and let the water drain out, and then pulled the insulation out. So
Do you think we need to cut in like other places, or do you think it's mainly just gonna like?
no,
Is
I'm
there
probably gonna go around and poke all around the edges and see.
mark where you poke so we don't forget to put
Like I
tape
think
on
what
them?
happened is the water came in here and then it.
It came. You can see the stains like on the.
Yeah.
Well, not with your flashlight. There. No, don't put it there. There you go. Like right in here. So water was basically running from the window down and then pooling, and the insulation was absorbing it, but it didn't have anywhere else to go, so it was just absorbing and like insulation all the way back to the other end, like almost like halfway down there. He's pulling out wet insulation, and then the rot that we have too. So moral of the story: don't ever buy a wood frame travel trailer again. Maybe.
Yeah, and keep up and check your seals.
And check your seals. So I have another question. Why did you use that multi-use Dremel tool instead of like a bandsaw or some other type of tool? I don't know. Whatever. For those of you who don't know, Tony like is in the construction industry for a living, and
Lord, don't tell him that.
I know what a hammer is. That's about it. So why did you use that instead of like I mean, why was that, I guess, the tool of choice?
So I took the big section out with this.
What's that called? That's not a bandsaw?
Well, this is a special kind of circular saw called a track saw. That runs on a track, so you can make really nice straight lines. And I really didn't need it, but it's what was actually closest to the garage door, so that's what I used.
There.
But it's just like a normal circular saw, only this one plunges down. But the problem is you can't get this up right up to the edge.
Oh, because it has that like nose on it.
Right. And when you meet two circles, so like when I cut this here and this here, if you want to get if you don't want to overcut, then you use a handsaw to trim the edge.
So show me what this tool was that you were just using. Yeah, that one.
It's called a multi-tool. This is made by Dremel.
We're not sponsored by Dremel. It's just the one we have.
Right. Real handy when you need it. You know, I don't use it a lot. I think I bought it for something and haven't really used it, but like that way, because it's offset, you can put the blade right up against the wall and push down and get it flushed up to the wall.
So it's a handy tool to have in every traveler's kit.
Perhaps.
I know what that's a crowbar.
That is indeed a crowbar.
So guys, this should really be a lesson in the importance of checking your seals, because we did not. And what started out as a soft spot in our floor that we thought was like about the size of like a cup holder, if that makes sense, is causing us like this big hole. So
This one right here. That's a big hole.
So our hole's been taking up the majority of our time, really Tony's time, trying to fix. The only thing we've done is he did take up the carpet in the slide out, looking to make sure there's no water damage, and he sprayed anything that looked suspect down with vinegar. The reason he used vinegar and not bleach is because apparently bleach will kill surface mold, but it doesn't actually penetrate the wood, whereas because vinegar is an acid, it'll seep into the wood and help stop any growth from happening even below the surface. So he's actually spraying some right now.
So there he is. Spraying his vinegar. So carpet's out, dinette's been pulled out, crib's been sold, still have the changing table. We're holding on to these for right now till we figure out if we're going to put a couch here or what. But yeah, otherwise it's just kind of a disaster right now. But that's okay, because that's where we are.
So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and you guys have a great night. Bye! Oh, guys, I almost forgot. If you are watching this on our old channel, which is actually tied to my personal account, you are actually on the wrong and subscribed to the wrong channel. If it has my picture right up here, then that is my personal page. That is my fault. I set it up under my personal page, not realizing it was tied to my Google account. And so it would just kind of like throw my personal Google account off. So we are actually on YouTube at The Camping Costas. You'll see our Camping Costas logo right up here, not my personal picture. If you would, please like, follow, subscribe. We'd love to have your comments on this video. We're trying to make it informative and just like an actual glimpse into what it is to be remodeling a trailer and then kind of like taking off in it as weekend warriors. So thank you guys so much again for watching, and